Now on to Access Lab. Basically, this is the Access Lab questions. What's happening is, here is the table of data, and the exercise requires us to create this as a table called travel. And then in Access, that is Microsoft Access 2007 or 2010, we're required to create a form called customer form, a report called list of customers, and then 3 queries called ascending date, London, and not paid. Now to do that, I will need to share application sharing over my computer. So let's do this. Okay, you are now seeing my computer. Okay, and you are now seeing my computer with Access. Let me close Access first and then restart, so that everybody can see it from the beginning. Now, this is the program that we're using, is Access 2007. The version in Lab is Access 2010, but the functions are the same. So let's begin Access. The first thing we do is create file new, and then here we go to a folder under Documents. Okay, I have a folder set up already called Access Lab, and I will call this Access Lab. Okay, 1. I'll just call it 1. All right, and press the Create button to create the Access database. So here it is. Access has been created. First thing I need to do is right mouse click and go to Design View, so that I get a table called a blank table, that is travel. Okay, this is the catalog, database catalog, and this is where I define the fields. And the following fields exist. They are surname, leave that as text, first name, also leave that as text, gender. Gender is slightly different. It requires a wizard lookup. Okay, and from there we can enter either male or female, so that a drop-down list can be created. Male, female. Okay, and that's gender done. After gender, we'll skip email. Just go to destination, that's text. Departure date, this is date and time. Return date, this is also date and time. And price, this is money, so we'll give it a currency. And then lastly, pay or not, just like gender, this is a drop-down list of what, yes or no. So we'll go to Lookup Wizard, enter yes, no. Okay, then finish, and then press the cross button to save this. Let's wait for the computer to respond. Is he saving? Okay, do you want to save? Yes. So here is a blank database table. I can create my data here. Okay, so the first one is Chan, Daniel You see the drop-down list here, mail. Destination is Vienna. Okay, departure date, when? 21st of January 08. Return date is 1st of March 08. How much price of air ticket? $5,000. Pay or not, this person has been paid. Okay, so that's been entered, and I double check, and I have one record. Rather than typing record individually, the next exercise asks us to create a form. So this is under the Create tab, and then there is this form called Form Design. Okay. Actually, no, sorry, not. This is the wrong one. Create again. Simply go to Form. And this is our form, and rename that as Star Travel Agency. Okay, and save that. This is going to be called customer form. Okay, so here it is. It has one record. So next, I can use this form to create another record. Just allow, and the gender male, destination going to London, departure dates is 31st of January 08, returning date is on 31st of March 08. How much the air ticket? 5657, 5678. Is the person paid? No. From the drop-down list, no. So we save that, and then we look at our table of data. So we have two records. So rather than keep on entering all the data, what I'll do is I will open a file that has all the data already. Okay. So if I close this first, okay, and I open the database that has data already, which is here, Access Lab data, and I open this version instead. So here is my database with all the 6 records enter. The next step is to create a report. Okay, so report is under the Create tab and is under the report wizard. So we select report wizard, and the report says show only the following fields: surname, first name, destination, and price. Okay, and the report says that so we go to next. So this is our report. Next is going to be sorted by price, and it's a tabular report. Okay, and we'll just press a few times, and the report is known as list of customers. Okay, so here is our report. Okay, the reason why this is a report being created, the reason why this column here is not showing is because by default the width is too small, so we can adjust that. If we close that, and we close that, we'll go to this list of customer, right mouse click and go to Design View. Select the price heading, and then slowly shift that across. Okay, slowly shift that across, and then if we save that, we would have widened the space. Okay, The question also asks us to center the text, but we'll skip this. Move on to the next part of the demo. The next part of the demo is to do queries. So queries is under Create, and this tab here called Query Wizard. It's a simple query. The first one we do is show all fields. Okay, and this query is going to be called ascending date. Okay, and before we finish, we have to go to modify the query in design so that we can set the criteria. And the criteria is departure date in descending order. So we go to departure date is here under sort and select ascending order. Ascending order. Okay, that's done and save. If we go to ascending dates, you can see the list of dates here, all sorted in order. Okay, so that's query number 1 done. The next query is called London. We'll do the same thing, create query wizard, a simple query, and we have to be careful here. A query must always link to the data. In our case, we only have one data table, which is travel. For London, show the following fields only: surname, first name, destination, and price for people who are going to London. Okay, fair enough. So we'll do this. The name of this query is going to be called London. And as before, we select modify query in design. And under destination here, you see the criteria row here. This is where we put in double inverted comma and type London, so that it will output the query as London. By the way, this kind of query is known as QBE, query by example. So we'll save that, and if we take a look at London, here it is, all records of people going to London. The last one, we have to do one more query finally, is called not pay. Okay, so link this to travel data, show all fields. Okay, and this is going to be called not paid. Modify the query in design. The condition is that people who depart before 1st of March away and not pay. So we move along to the last field first, pay. Okay, and we set the condition under criteria. Double inverted comma, no, people who have not paid, and people who departure date before 1st of March 2008. So we put the less than sign, 1st March 2008. If we save that, we should get our not paid query. Okay, so these are the people who have not paid, and they all left before March the 31st. So these are the 2 people. Okay, so to summarize, we've created this table, and then I've shown you how to create a form, and then I'll show you how to create a report, followed by 3 queries. They are ascending date, people who go to London only, and customer who have not paid but they travel before 1st of March 2008. So that completes the database demonstration. I will now undo the sharing here. Okay, so application sharing, stop.